Zach.
Yes.
For the question, I've lost it. Don't worry about it. Oh, here it is. A Vale session is fun. It's looking for an answer. Is that based on what are the elements of the coach's toolbox?
No, just I think it's explain what fun would be inside of that session.
Oh, okay.
Right? Yeah. What fun looks like. And no going back to, if you see the page that's up right now, no going back to solve the problem. Again, it's not about getting them right or wrong. It's about checking your understanding of where we are.
Zach.
Yes, sir.
On the toolbox, is that something you gave out to coaches in previous that we have now?
No, that's more about the Federation's toolbox, right? Like what are the different ways to coach? Okay, so you guys will have a little bit more time to finish that after. What I would ask, I'm going to just continue to go, right? If you're listening, listen. If you have questions. But if you want to keep working on it while I'm talking, that way we don't take that much extra of your time. So when we think about and talk about the Vale DNA, what we have discussed and agreed to inside of the team members that are here are 4 core values. Those core values can be extended into other areas with more breadth and depth. So specifically, we over me, and these aren't in priority, right? Love for life and sport, always try your best and do what's right. Those have been identified as the 4 key things that we want in any Vale member, in our staff, everything else. Now, when we dig down into them, always try your best is the pursuit of excellence. It's vulnerability as a strength, keeping our ego in check and learning from all, development of oneself and the team, competitive in the infinite game, growth-minded, and creative and innovative. Do what's right. Be incredibly credible. I got that one from my brother, Gage. You like that one? Disciplined. We say what we do and we do what we say. Trustworthy, dependable, and reliable. Committed, loyal to the cause. We show empathy in all areas. Love of life and sport would be we love what we do. We have an infectious enthusiasm. The 9 clap. We got to add that one in there. The 9 clap. Passionate, love for life and sport, and gratitude, changing lives. And then lastly, for we over me is selfless, right? Team first, whatever it takes. Athlete focused, holistic development, servanthood, putting others' needs ahead of your own. We over me, the sum of the parts is more important than the parts. And then we look out for others. So that digs down into each of those a little bit further, but broad strokes, that's how we define them. We over me, love for life and sport, always try your best and to do what's right. All right. So part of the series that we're going to be digging into in the webinar is going to talk about the culture and the environment, right? So here's a rough outline for you guys of what the agenda is going to look like over the coming weeks. So this week was the intro and the quiz series. Next week is going to talk further about culture and environments. All right. Part of that is we're going to be sharing the curriculum and the learning goals with you guys. Some of you have them already. Some of you do not. So you have a better understanding of what we're looking for when a team is passed from one coach to the another, where we want that team to be, what that looks like, when they move on to college, what that looks like, et cetera, et cetera. Then we'll have curriculum 1, the learning goals 1, learning goals 2. In getting into the 5th week, we'll go back into the culture creation. Then we'll start getting into the playing philosophy in attack, playing philosophy in defending. Again, some more culture creation. Then we're going to get into topic selection, building a session. So it's kind of like 2 weeks of soccer-specific education when it comes to Vale, especially in the beginning. But then once you get into the latter part of this topic selection and building a session, those are going to be for all, right? And so we're going to impart our way of doing it. You guys obviously have the freedom based upon us doing learning goals versus specific sessions, but we'll give you guys some guidance onto some things that we've worked on. And specifically, Jeremy's going to lead a lot of those because internally we're confident, or I'm confident, that he builds better sessions than I build. And I like the way, the methodology and how he goes and what the club has done supportively and what he's built out. And so Jeremy will be running a lot of those. All right. So that's kind of the agenda. Each week we'll do it this way, build it out this way, 30 minutes, and then we'll have the video for the people that can't make it afterwards. I would push, and I really enjoy if you can be on here, because then you can ask questions and get feedback rather than watching it afterwards. We're also going to have other people leading sessions, right? So I already talked to Tony about leading a session on culture creation and what he did with AFC and why that went so well, right? Chris can talk in here about like the college pathway, et cetera, et cetera. So we're going to build those kinds of things into the culture creation portions and or specifically once we get into topic selection, all of those things. But I would like this to be lateral learning just as much as top-down learning, because I feel really, really strongly that I want to surround myself with people that are better than I am, and you guys are better than I am in a lot of things. And so I want to learn from you just as much as I want to be the one on here speaking a lot. All right. So there's the agenda for the upcoming weeks. And then the other thing that you're going to see, so the second part of that email that you just got from Jeremy, and what we would like you guys to try and do before the end of the weekend is fill out that self-review, all right? That's going to ask you guys questions into how you're feeling about your personal growth, how you're feeling about what your sessions and your preparation and all of those things were like, in order to give us some guidance into how we could support you, right? If we are talk about the always try your best, vulnerability as a strength, I'm not going to use your past reflection, personal evaluation to fire you. That's not the goal of it by any means. It is to support you. And so the more vulnerable you can be in there, the more cleanly we can help you in what you feel like you need the most support in. All right. So that's what that is. The IDP. So an individual development plan. As a part of 2021, we're really working to build out retention plans for our players. And part of that is individual development plans. I want to do the same things for you guys. So we're going to take that and we were going to ask you guys to build your own personal IDPs. What they're going to do is hopefully help the coaches create their own path, focus on the weaknesses, but not forgetting your strengths. We want you guys to get the bug. I know most of you already have the bug, but how do we further what that bug looks like, right? Do it on your time. Everybody's in a different space, and then grow on your own schedule. So an idea of what that looks like, and I will send this sample for people to review. All right, so this is an IDP that I did personally in 2017, right? So the way that I built this is my direct goals, my coaching goals, and then my 1-year plan, 3-year plan, and 5-year plan. All right, so if I lay it out, right, here is the objectives, how I was going to go about learning it, who I was going to ask for support in learning it, when I was going to look to do it, or how frequently, and then how I wanted to be evaluated, how I wanted to think about what that growth looked like. So specifically, if you think about coaching the different areas, right? So coaching the game, coaching the training sessions, coaching the player, coaching the team, and then managing the performance environment and leadership being the 6 different areas that we want for growth. Mine specifically, and again, I know I have 1 more minute, so I'll be quick, is just like my objective to become tactically aware of the educational aspects of every game for the player. That would be coaching the game, coaching the training sessions, create simple training sessions that get each element of my coaching objection out of the session, coaching the player, work on connecting with each player on the team so that they can learn my passion for the game and understand that I truly care about them. Coaching the team, work to create an awesome team culture where each player feels welcome and valued. Managing the performance environment, create individual development plans for each player so they know where they stand. And then leadership, create a sharing culture where people learn laterally from the other people within the program, right? And then you dig down and it says, all right, how I was going to do it. Look at taking licenses, spending more time on creation of training plan sessions, et cetera, et cetera. So I'll share this with you guys so you have all of that information. Okay. So that's it, guys, as far as what we have, right? Again, the goal for me in all of this is to build out the DNA. And the more that we're together, the better that's going to be. Cool? Awesome. Cool. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll catch up with all of you soon. If you have questions and want to stay on, you're welcome to stay on. All right. All right. See ya.
Thanks, Zach.
Thanks.
Zach, do you want us to submit this and send it now?
Yeah. Anything that when you're done with it, right? Just submit it when you're done with it, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Hey, guys.
Zach's only 100 so far.
What's that?
I said Zach's the only 100 so far.
Yeah. All right. I don't know. Pause. Stop recording.